Today, we will implement the content view to retrieve the products from the product view model and then display those retrieved products on the content view. Within your content view, enter the following: @state object private var view model equals products view model, and we need to pass in the API as we're doing dependency injection. And then we have to create a @state variable, @state private var search text, @state private var selected product, product view model, which can be nil, @state private var error message, @state private var error happened equals false, @state private var no records found after filter equals false. Delete between lines 21 and lines 24. Also delete the padding on lines 24. And then on lines 20, rename this as navigation view. And then add our vstack. And then type in the following: if ever happened, we just add a little comment here, show the error view, else show search bar, If no records found after filter, type another comment, show error view. After line 33, add the following. Scroll view, lazy vgrid, within the lazy vgrid we'll be using one column for the grid item. Make it flexible. I think there's too many brackets here. There should be a closing square bracket here. Spacing 10, because we want each of the rows to have a space between each product, which is about 10 pixels. For the lazy V grid, it should be a H and not a V. I'll just compile it again. Next thing we need to do to populate the grid, we need to have a loop, like a for each loop. And now we're going through the filtered products within the view model. ID, give each product a unique ID. Product view model in. Next thing we need to do is add a button action so that when the user clicks on a product, it will go to the detail view. Selected product equals product view model. And then we next need to apply the VStack. VStack spacing 12. And the purpose of the VStack is to display the products, such as the product photo, the name. To display the product image, we'll be using Async image for better performance. URL, string, product view model, dot, product, thumbnail. The thumbnail includes the URL of the product so it can be displayed, so it can be retrieved and then displayed onto the view. Image option in. I'll just compile it again. And then now we include some validation to make sure that the image is a valid image. Case.empty. So if the image is empty, if it's not a valid image, then we just display a system image, which is called photo. Dot resizable. Dot scale to fit. Dot frame size of the image. Width 75 and height 75 pixels. Dot background dot gray, the color of the image. Dot corner radius, which is 12. So the image will not have any corners, it will be curved. And then for the next case, if the image is valid, we display that image. Dot resizable, or we can just copy what we've done previously. Copy resizable, scale to fit, and then the frame. Background color and corner radius. If there's a failure to get the image, we display a system image. Oh, that's incorrect. System name. Well, that should be we need the underscore, open bracket, and colon, and then we display our image, which is a system image, system name, EXCLAMATION, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, dot, triangle, dot fill, dot resizable, dot scale to fit, dot frame, width 75, height 75. Dot background, grey, dot corner radius 12. And then the next thing we need to add is a accessibility identifier. This is needed when we start to do some UI testing. Accessibility identifier. Oh, we missed out something else. Let's delete the accessibility identifier code there. On line 70, or on line, after line 69, we need to enter the following: at unknown default empty view. So what that means, if a unknown error happened that the system doesn't even know about, it will just display an empty view. And that would be an empty view for the image, for the product. I'll just compile it again. After line 73, enter the following: dot accessibility identifier product image. That will be the identifier that we're using for UI testing. Text, product view model dot product title. That will be the text for the button. Dot font. Dot headline. That's the style. Dot multi text alignment to center. After lines 80, we need to create another accessibility identifier. So I just copy the previous one that we've done. We call this one product button. Dot background. Next thing we need to do is to create a navigation link. And this will be hidden. Destination. We need a detailed view, but it's not created as yet. So at the moment, we just leave it as empty, as an empty view. I will also add a little comment to add detail view here. On line 97, add the dot on a pair. And then add a task. Since we're doing asynchronous programming, and then add a do statement to catch any errors. Then type in the following: error happened equals false. Try await view model dot fetch products. And now let's run it to see if the list gets populated. So it should be populated with a product title and the product image. Now that's good. So it's populated. As you can see, we need to add our navigation bar and our search bar at the top. And at the moment we can't really click on anything, it won't do anything if we click on it anyway. So let's continue to add our error handling. Error happened. It's true. Switch. Error. Case. Let. Fetch error. Network error, which is a network error. Because in this example we're handling or just capturing network errors and decoding errors. We need a semicolon at the end of line 111. Let localized description equals network error dot localized description. Error message is equal to localized description. And that should be a Z. That should be a Z. Localized description. And then for our next case statement, this is where we capture the coding errors. Decoding. And the decoding error could be, for example, the key is incorrect within your JSON, like within your product response class. So the correct key, for example, is title here. But if we typed in X, and then once it's compilable, because it's expecting title, during runtime, title isn't found in the payloads. Title X is found instead, so that means it's a decoding error that would be performed. Let decoding error description equals decoding error dot localized description error message is equal to decoding error description. And then if it's not a decoding error or network error, we just capture the error as a default error. Error message equals to error dot localized description. Spelled that incorrectly. There should be an O on this line 115 for decoding. I'll compile it again. Now let's run it again. The next thing we need to do is after line 126, we need to add a event which is dot on change. And the purpose of this event is when we implement the search bar, each time when we're changing a value, like to filter within the search bar, the filtered values is then sent to the view model each time we're changing the values. Search text new value in view model dot search text equals to new value. And then we also need to type no records found after filter equals view model dot filtered products is empty question mark true. If it's empty, if it's true, that means no records were not found, else it's false. Which means records were found. There's something wrong with the dot on change event. Or maybe I have to move it. Or maybe this needs to be on line 25. Let's try to compile it now. But that's incorrect. And let's try line 128. Compile it now. Now I'll run it. In next week's tutorial, we'll implement the error view and the search bar, and then the detailed view so that the user can navigate from the content view to the detailed view to view the selected product that they clicked on. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.